What's going on, you guys? Mr. Allen here with some solving of systems of inequalities by graphing. All right, and we got some interesting ones here. We got ourselves just x and just y with a number. So refresh me. What kind of line is an x equals line? That's a vertical line. What kind of line is a y equals a number kind of line? It's a horizontal line, okay? The same applies here with inequalities. We just either have a solid or dashed line, and there's some shading involved. But the graphing aspect initially is the same. So we got, think of x equals -3. That'd be a vertical line at -3. But we want this one to be dashed as it is strictly greater than, not equal to, -3. Excellent. Boom. And since it's greater than, we're going to be shading on the larger number side. So we're going to be going shading to the right here. So I'm going to just draw, again, some arrows showing that I'm going to shade this direction here. Because if I start shading here, it gets kind of messy kind of quick. All right. And especially if you start dealing with like 3 equations or 4, or you're getting into linear programming, I really prefer arrows showing where I'm going to shade, and then I shade my final solution where they overlap, okay? I'll stay with the yellow marker here on this one, and then I'll use a different color when we shade it. So I'm up at +2, so 1, 2, and then we've got up 1 over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go down 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, because negative, negative makes it positive, okay? This one's going to be a solid line, as it is equal to. Connect the dots. Bingo, bango. With my relic of a tape measure here, James Allen. What's up? Okay. I'm going to say that in like every graphing video now. Okay, we got, let's see here, y is less than or equal to. So if it's less than, we're going to be shading below the line here. And if you have trouble seeing above or below, I often suggest look at your y-intercept. If I want to go less than, my numbers are smaller going down the y-intercept. Oh, I'm going to be on this side here. So I'm going to shade below that line. You can also do a test point. I'm not a huge fan of the test points. I think it gets kind of confusing at times because people are like, wait, what do you mean it works? If it works for both of them, if it's a true statement in both, then it works. But a lot of my students have struggled with that. So I just go with the, look at my y-intercept, I'm going above or below it. Okay? So where's our shading going to overlap? I'd be shading below this line and to the right of this line, which means that this area right in here is going to be the overlap. Okay? So that would be my solution there for this one here. Cool? That's how you solve systems of inequalities. It's by graphing, because there's an infinite number of points that's going to work here in this whole ever-expanding graph. All right. Lovely. Awesome. Let's go orange on this next one here. You know, let's see here. Y is less than or equal to +4. So that's a horizontal line going through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put a little point there. And then I'm going to draw my line here. This time it's equal to, so it's going to be a solid line. Nice. Excellent. And we are shading below that line. It's less than or equal to, so we'll go below it. Cool. Next one, I guess I'll stay orange, is at 5x minus 5. So all the way down to -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. All right. This one, a dashed line, because it's y is greater than, not equal to. So I'm kind of trapped behind these graphs here, but I wanted them really big so you can see everything that's going on. All right. And maybe I need just a bigger one of these boards here. Maybe I'll make a bigger one day. We'll see. All right. It's working out pretty well so far. So we got a dashed line this time. Wonderful. Fantastic. Excellent. All right. Now, where are we going to shade this thing? That's a weird looking arrow. Where are we going to shade it? This does not rub off very easily. Okay. It's greater than. And a lot of times it gets kind of tough to see where you're supposed to shade as that line gets closer and closer to vertical, like a really steep one. So above this line is up here. But if you have trouble seeing that, again, y-intercept, where is it going to be greater than? Above that. So I'm in this area of the graph right here. If it was below, I'd be in this area of the graph over here. So I'll draw my arrows. Whee! I'm shading on this side of the line. That's the greater than side. And my final answer here is where they would overlap, which is this section of the graph right here. Cool. I remember doing these in school, and you put, your pencil sideways, get a really nice whoosh. If you're, a regular pencil type person, not a mechanical pencil. I'm old school, man. I like the wood pencil. I sharpen it. Got a handful of them in case one of them breaks, right? I can't just click. Anyways, that's a tangent. We don't need to talk about that, but there we go. we've solved the system of inequalities by graphing. They're awesome, fantastic, and wonderful.